Welcome everyone to the Alpha Bro Show. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Dude. So Josh, did you realize that I was gone?
No. When? Gone when?
Dude, so I went in to check the Twitch stream and it totally closed out my browser window. I had to log back in, get back in the studio. It was
I
all
was just sitting there being quiet like you told me to.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you did good.
I didn't see the intro didn't play like it normally does.
It didn't?
No, I didn't play on my screen, so I don't know.
Great. All right.
I thought it took longer than normal.
Yeah, well, I was trying to get back into the fucking studio. I was like, what the fuck, StreamYard, you motherfucker, StreamYard, you got me.
Yeah, we're gonna have to switch eventually.
I think we might, man. I don't know. We might have to. We'll see. I don't know. So everybody that's in the chat, if you could please tell us how we sound and everything, I greatly appreciate that because we have had many issues with StreamYard.
Check, Mike checker.
Check, Mike check 1 2 1 2. Sounds good over here. Fuck, I don't know.
This monster's kind of gross. You have one of these?
What is it?
Ultra
purple?
Violet. Yeah,
I ain't crazy about the purple, man.
Yeah,
I'm white. I'm white or nothing with the monsters.
Yeah, I got the white one in there. I've had the green. The green wasn't bad.
Green ain't bad.
No.
Right. Green ain't bad. You know what my jam is when it comes to energy drinks?
No.
Kaiju's all day. The Devo's in the house. You're fighting some Kaiju's, baby. I watched it this morning, man. I thought it was pretty good. Godzilla versus King Kong dropped today.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I woke up at like 6 a.m. and watched it.
My kids are excited about that.
It was good. It was fucking good, man. Oh, okay. Debo says we sound great. Awesome. That's what we needed to hear.
Cool. Yeah, because I moved my mic. I was worried about that. My mic's overhead now.
Yeah. No, I think you sound fine. So the Reigns. Have you drank any of the Reigns?
No, man, dude. I'm not an energy drink guy.
Oh, I am.
I've only been drinking these since the show started. Like, I remember I asked you, I was like, man, dude, like I'm kind of wore out in some evenings. How do you get that going? And you told me to get a Monster. So I grabbed one and tried it and they're not bad. So I drink one a week.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm one a day.
Nah, I don't drink them.
Oh, I'm one a day. Well, so with the Reigns, man, it's no sugar. It's all amino acids. It's a natural caffeine. It's more like a sports drink. Like if you go to Kroger, you won't find them in the energy drink aisle. You find them in the sports drink aisle.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The orange dreamsicle.
Like horse rain. Like,
fucking awesome.
All right. Yeah, I'll check them out.
Fucking good, man. And they're always on sale too, which makes it nice. I like Killcliff. Killcliff energy drinks are really, really good. I think their ingredients are a little cleaner, but they're just fucking expensive. And they make a CBD one.
Really?
Like Joe Rogan actually has a spicy pineapple CBD Killcliff energy drink. But they're like, dude, they're like $4, $5 a piece. It's like,
I thought these were expensive. These are like $5 for two, I think, at Walgreens.
Yeah, man. Like you can buy 4 of the Reigns for like $8 right now at Kroger, like a 4-pack.
Yeah, I'll try them. No, I'm normally just a coffee guy. So.
Me too. Oh, I drink coffee every morning. It's just sometimes like midday, fucking caffeinated motivated, baby. You got to stay caffeinated motivated.
All right, let's get it started. Looks like some people are joining in.
Thanks, guys. We let the chat get going. Welcome, everybody. What's up, Brandon? Thank you, Jason, for commenting on my shirt. I'm glad you like it. I wore it specifically for you. I didn't even letting the button down a little bit for you, fucking faggot. Anyway, so welcome to the EDC Pocket Dump Show. So what we want to say is, how's this Alpha Bro related? All right, Josh, you want to take that one?
I mean, yeah, just preparedness and just being useful overall, is what I would think is, being alpha or being a man or anybody that's useful throughout your day. I mean, depending on what you do for a living, I mean, what you carry in your pockets may differ,
right.
You got to figure that out yourself.
Well, and where you live. Like if I lived more in a rural area, Me and Josh are we're suburban, we're in a suburban area close to downtown Louisville, so I would maybe carry different items with me than I do now.
Like a horseshoe? Like what?
Like what?
Like a horseshoe? What would you carry?
No, like a Barrett 50 cal that I could break down and carry with. No. Like if I lived more in a rural area, I would carry more like I've got a Jackberry in my bag now. We'll get to all that. But so like I would be more conscious of like battery power if I was in a rural area and I lost power.
Gotcha.
And I can't get somewhere that has power because Taylorsville's fucking out of power and it's a 45-minute drive to get to, Jefferson County that might have power. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I gotcha.
So that's, other than that, what the dude, StreamYard is doing crazy shit right now. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but I think the universal stuff, I think that a lot of the things you'll see that I'm carrying.
No. Go ahead.
Or would be carried no matter where you live, really.
Oh, the shit we're going to show you today for sure. Yeah, I feel like everything that we're going to show you today, which I don't know what Josh has. That's another thing, guys. Josh and I don't know what each other have. Like we've talked about this, and this is definitely a show that we want to do, and this is actually a show that has been requested that we do. But we don't know what each other have, so I'm kind of curious what Josh has and that. So really, really quick before we get into the meat of the show, there was some tragedy that struck in Josh and I's profession. Fire department, the fire service. So Josh and I want to give condolences to the families of Daryl Gordon of Cincinnati Fire Department and Jared Lloyd of the Columbia Fire Department up in New York. They lost their lives this past week. So down well in Valhalla, brothers. Cheers to these guys. Thank you for your service and rest easy. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is he's not in the chat, which kind of sucks, but hopefully he'll listen. But honorary alpha bro is going to be Travis King. Travis King is a local tattoo artist here in Louisville, Kentucky. He is widely regarded as one of, if not the best tattoo artist around. He works at Prophecy Inc. It's a fantastic art studio. If you've never had a chance to go and you live in the Louisville area, you should definitely check it out. But so Travis and I have been in contact, and he sends me a lot of stuff for the show, and I sent this to Josh when he sent it to me. But it was like a photograph of a post or something, and he sent it to me. He goes, "Hey man, I think this nails it," and it does. So I'm gonna read it to you real quick. The masculine male is a dying breed. We've been told for far too long that violence is never the answer. We've been told that it's cruel to kill our own food. We've been conditioned to believe there is no place in modern society for the man who refuses to shave his chest or wear skinny jeans. As a man, you are a protector. As a man, you are a provider. As a man, you are solely responsible for the safety and well-being of your family. How good of a husband can you be if you can't defend your wife? How good of a father can you be if you can't protect your children? Remember, the eyes of the children are fixed upon you. You serve as an example of what young men should grow up to be and what young women should seek out in a partner. So grow your beard, wear your boots, eat your steak, carry a knife, own a gun, protect your woman, fight for what is right and just, be strong, be of good courage. Long live the masculine American male. Fuck yeah, man.
That's
like,
pretty
dude,
good.
that's like a fucking halftime coaches, like, dude, we're getting our ass kicked. Are you fucking men or not? Like,
Yeah, that's our show summed up in one text.
Dude, I'm ready to
Pretty much
charge in a spear. That was fucking. So, honorary alpha bro, Travis King, thank you, sir.
Job,
guys, if you see something, an article, and maybe it's talking about how the alpha male is a fucking jackass, send it. send it. You know, this is all material that Josh and I can use. We can either deconstruct, we can discuss, argue about, or whatever. So please send us this stuff, man. I love it, man. I got another one today from a guy. She's a comedian, apparently, a verbal sniper per her Instagram handle. I think she's a comedian. I have no idea who she is. Her name's Nicole Arbor. And she says, you aren't an alpha male because you take protein, work out, and buy big trucks. You're an alpha male when you protect those weaker than you. Yeah. So I like that. You know, like that's cool, man. That's coming from a chick. Yeah, you know, like chicks like it too, man. What's that?
I said those first things help, though. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What I think what she's saying is that don't make you one. You know what I mean?
Not
like
solely, no.
It all that shit ties in together. Like you can't do one without the other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, all right, let's get into it. So we're gonna do pockets first, correct, Josh?
That's fine with me, man.
Okay, so I'll go first and do pockets. So what I do is I have a tray. It's called an EDC tray. Sits by my nightstand, and I dump my pockets out at night or when I'm going to go to bed or whatever. And in the morning, all my shit's right there in the tray. Okay, so of course, you know, and I've already dumped my pockets. I don't think Josh has dumped his because I'm sitting down. Josh is in a better situation than I am. So, you know, of course, you got your fucking keys. Okay, I got a bunch of fucking stupid keys on here. All right. My wallet. All right. So in my wallet, you know, I carry the bare essentials in my wallet. This is actually made of 5-inch hose. What do you think about that, huh?
That's cool.
Cool. Yeah.
The made here in Louisville, that guy, recyclable fire hose.
Yeah. Shannon got it for me for Christmas several years ago. The motherfucker is like, I mean, it's like brand new. I mean, I've had this thing for fucking years.
Yeah, he makes them here in Louisville. He sells them all over. You can get them on.
He sells them all over. Yeah,
you can get them on Amazon, I think now.
You know, got my, you know, this is important. My carry and conceal license allows me to carry my weapon. I got a couple credit cards, my ID, my insurance card, shit like that. Okay, stuff that, you know, my AAA card's in there. So something that, you know, if it happens to me on the road, you know, I'm prepared because I have my shit. All right. Next thing, you know, like sunglasses. I always carry my sunglasses with me, even when it's dark and nighttime, because I'm cool. All right, here's my knife. I have a knife, pocket knife. It's got a punch on the end of it. You can see that. Okay, you can use that as a window punch. You can use that as a weapon if you wanted to. It's Benchmade. It's kind of like switchblade style knife. Okay, Benchmade makes really good knives, and they're cheap. As far as good blades go, Benchmade makes a good quality cheap knife. So, and I love this thing. It's light. Slide it inside of my pocket. It's got a nice clip on the side. It's nice. I got like 3 or 4 of these type of knives. Extra magazine for my firearm. As you can see, so here's another extra mag. See the end plate there? See that end plate? Big difference, right? Okay, 10, 15. Okay, hollow points, 122 grain hollow points. My watch. So I do have a smartwatch that I carry around with me. They're great. They're fantastic. The bad thing about them is battery life, right? So battery life sucks. So say I'm out, the world falls apart, and I can't charge my cool Apple Watch. Well, all right, you're kind of fucked. All right, as far as that goes. So what I also have, I carry another one in my bag too, but I also have this. It's a Luminex Kinetic. All right, it's a kinetic watch. Doesn't use battery power. Just shake it around. Fucking works. It's high dollar, but I'm kind of a watch nerd, so I like watches. I got a box and a bag of watches over here that I just go through and wear all the time. So I really like my watches. And one of the shows I talked about my notepad of the build my confidence, and you know, you put down your list of daily tasks to line through them. This is my notepad. I keep it in my pocket a lot of times. That way that, you know, as I'm going through my day, I can scratch my shit off and give myself a little fucking ego boost, you know, because I'm getting shit done, right? Oh, I need fuel. Whoop, mark it through. Oh, I need groceries. Whoop, marked it through. Yeah. So there's my notepad. I know a lot of people were asking about the notepad this past week. They're like, hey man, I'm gonna try that. Like I used to do it, I've got away from it, but I'm gonna get back to it. So I hope that works for you. I really like the notepad. This is my EDC tray. It's a flag, man. It's cool. It's Kydex.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right. Oh, and when you have a beard, you always need a beard comb. You gotta keep your shit looking tight. Can't be looking like a fucking mountain man. All right. Now the sexy stuff, right? The sexy stuff is your weapon. This is Blackhawk Holster. It's Kydex. Okay. So for a lot of you, I went through a really difficult time finding a appendix in waistband holster for my weapon. And the reason I say that is so my weapon has a light on it. So I need a light bearing holster. There are several out there. Not as many as regular holsters. Like I can't just go to Academy or whatever and get a holster. So I went through several. And so Blackhawk made a great holster that is comfortable. It secures my weapon. It's not going to come out. Like I can shake it. Okay. And so the thing with a good holster is like, so, all right, what I use is I use a 6-Sire P365 SAS. Okay. As you can see, you're like, well, what's the difference in that? I have no sights. There's no front sights on this weapon. Okay. If I can show you that through here, and this weapon's clear. All right. This is my dry fire training magazine. So there's not a bullet can't even go in there. Okay. See that? So all right, it's nothing. Okay. The weapon's clear. So what happens is see if you can see that. It's kind of hard. Let me see if I can get the camera in there. I really can't, but here's my sight. Okay. It's actually in the slide of the weapon. All right. And there's a green dot and then another green circle that comes around it. It all it does is represent your front sight and your rear sight.
Does it come stock like that?
Yeah, it's SAS. It's a 6-Sire anti-snag system is what that means. So like I don't have even a slide lock on the side here. Okay. My slide lock's even flush. All right. So there's no way for this to snag coming out. You can't snag your clothing or anything coming out. Okay. Now, you know how you reload. All right. It's a slingshot reload, just like with anything, with any kind of pistol. Well, not with any kind of pistol, but you have to slingshot load this. Okay. This is a TRL Streamlight. Okay. That's one of the reasons I don't carry a flashlight in my pocket. And Josh and I were talking about this. It's because I have a light on my weapon. Now, Josh made a good point. Like, you know, I don't know if he carries a flashlight or not, but he said, well, I don't want to use my weapon to light something up if I had to. Well, my thinking is if it's dark enough outside where I need a fucking flashlight, then I'm going to fucking use my weapon because I can't see shit. And if it's, I don't have moonlight or whatever, or I'm indoors or wherever I'm at and the lights go out, I'll use my fucking weapon. I'm fine with it. I don't care. Okay. And that's got a laser combo on it too. I really don't use the laser that much because of the sights. Now I do use the 15 round mag. I'm a kind of ammo whore. I like having more rounds. If I could have 30 in this motherfucker, I probably would. But what the bad thing about this is so when I'm appendix carrying, okay, it does imprint a little bit. And what I mean by imprint is it does kind of stick out a little bit more than this magazine here. Now this magazine is loaded, okay, but you can see the difference. It doesn't stick out near as far. Therefore, when I'm in the holster, I don't imprint as much in my shirt to let people know that I'm carrying. Okay, weapon's clear again. I'm putting in my training mag. So that's the 6-Sire P365. Widely regarded as one of the best subcompact carrying concealed weapons you can carry. I love it. A lot of people gave me shit about it because of no sights, no traditional iron sights, no front sights. And then when they shoot it, they're like, holy shit. And what I think the reason is that people like it so much is because of the green dot. Your eye catches it quicker than it catches a traditional front sight.
Sure.
I really like it.
Yeah.
Info on the tray. That thing is sick. Yeah, man. So it was Blackhawk. So when I bought this, I believe it was Blackhawk. You'd have to check the website, but when I bought the holster, the tray came with it free. You know, cool. It was EDC tray. And I'm like, what? EDC? Oh, I was like, well, that's cool. Yeah, I'll fucking take that. So yeah, I thought the tray's pretty cool. It lets me organize things. I can just dump shit on that fucking tray. I know it goes in my fucking pockets. How the hell are you getting extra mag in your pants? I don't wear skinny jeans, Jason.
He's got plenty of room in his pants.
and I got all kinds of room in my pants, especially appendix carrying. I got all kinds of room. And so like this is a 10-round mag that I carry in my pocket. That's easy. Like that didn't take up much room. I forget I have this motherfucker till I go and do laundry.
You
and I'm like, oh, shit.
You just carry that in your pocket? Just loose like that?
Yeah, just drop it in my pocket. It goes in my knife pocket, which is in my left pocket. I always keep my right pocket for usually my wallet. Sometimes I put my phone in my back pocket because you know the phones are getting so fucking ridiculously big now. I don't like it in my front pocket, and I want if I have to draw, like I've done it, like I said, I dry fire all the time because ammo's so fucking expensive. So what happens is I want this area to the right of me clear. And like there was a situation today, you know, Josh and I were talking about, there was a situation in Target today I kind of got involved in, and I had my hand ready to go to my knife if I needed to. I didn't want to have to go right. If I go right, then somebody's going down. Maybe somebody's going down if I go left, but if I pull my knife out and can defer a situation, then that's what I want to do. The guy I knew didn't have a fucking weapon. So, and I knew he was talking shit and he was bothering some girls, and I told him to move along. He got smart, told him to move along again, and he did. But yeah, so I carry this, and we're going to get into bags. I'm going to let Josh dump his pockets, but a lot of the stuff that I would carry if I didn't carry my bag, you know, I don't think that's a whole lot of stuff to carry. I guess a lot of people may that don't carry that much. You know,
back I want to hear about the dry fire because I've been thinking about getting one of those for your mag. Tell me how you like that.
Love it. Love it. So you can do blast caps.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like they're just fake. You know, they're fake bullets that go in.
Yeah.
So what happens is it operates actually the same way, but when you rack, it comes out right. Like the bullet flies out.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna move this mic a little bit. So when you rack, you know, the bullet's gonna fucking fly out. Well, if you're outside dry firing, I do dry fire inside the house a lot because like I like to like pretend I'm fucking clearing rooms and shit, you know, and I'll dry fire like a fucking John Wick. But the cap will go flying and you gotta fucking find it.
Yeah.
With this, it here, I'll show you. It inserts in the top. That's all it is. Okay, it inserts in the top of the magazine.
Who makes that?
You can get them anywhere. I got these on Amazon. I can send you the link. Where I got it was like, I don't know, fucking $10.
Yeah.
It comes with 3 of them. Now, you know, with this, like if you have you have a slide lock and you go to fire, you're still going to have to rack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's fine because you're practicing, right?
Yeah.
So it comes with like, I think my pack comes with 3. So what I'll do is, you know, I'll have this, I'll have 2 extra mags, maybe one in my pocket. If I have a battle belt, so I have a battle belt, war belt, whatever you want to call it, my range bag. And, you know, I'll drop mag, fucking, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes I'll just sit and watch TV and do that. Like you could sit like, you know, it's probably not the best thing to do, but you know, the gun's clear. So I'm watching TV and a commercial will come on and I'll pull and I'll try to find front sight. I'll go from target to target. And then I'll just, you know, rack, change round, you know, keeping it you always want to keep it up here because you want your peripheral vision. You don't want to rack down here or be looking down when you change mags. keep your mag up here. Ooh, that was nasty. And then, you know what I'm saying? And like just that muscle memory, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. And it's cheap. It's a way you can conserve ammunition because it's fucking ammo. You know, you and I were talking about ammo so fucking high. But and there's other the Mantex system, which has the laser. That's what I really want. I think it's like a $200 system. And what happens is it's got a round that you chamber, and when you fire, the laser actually shows you what you're hitting.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah, those are great, and they come with software and everything that you use on your phone, so you can keep your like if you're using a shot timer, you know, you can do it like this. So I mean that's really, really, really cool and cost effective right now.
Yeah, I went out and bought Glock makes that airsoft gun now. I think it's like a 17 Glock 17. It cycles and everything.
Yeah, hold on 1 second.
All right. No, what's up, Larry Likes? Yeah, Jake Starr, recycled firefighter. That's the wallet Travis had. Yeah, that's the guy's name. Yeah, you can get I don't think Louisville gives him any hose. I think he gets them from all over. I heard a story, but anyway.
So here's this is a 1911 training pistol. Shit. God damn, that thing was on there fucking way too tight. So that's a paddle that I used to use. Okay, probably why it was so fucking tight. But this is a training pistol. This is what a lot of police departments use. Okay, this is full frame. Okay, 1911. This is the magazine. Okay, you can see it's got a CO2 cartridge in it.
Yeah.
Okay, it uses 68 millimeter paintballs. Okay, and what's cool about it is it recycles and everything. I mean, which, you know, it's not loaded right now, but it's got slide release. Okay. I mean, it's fucking like you get some muzzle flip and a little bit of recoil.
Yeah.
It ain't like the real thing, of course, but this is a fucking great training pistol, you know, for a full frame weapon. But I really like this. I almost bought 1911 because I like this so much, but it didn't. This does not have the back strap safety like the 1911 does, which the reason I didn't buy 1911 is because I don't like the backstrap safety, but whatever.
Cool. Yeah. Cool. I mean, I like that Glock gun. I mean, I fire that thing all the time. The kids fire it. You know, it's fun being here doing a workout or whatever and get a little bit fatigued and, you know, get on that gun and fire off a couple rounds of some targets I got set up around the garage. It's kind of neat, man. I like it. It's a fun little tool, especially with ammo. So expensive. Yeah. You know, you got to do, I haven't been shooting hardly at all. I mean, just, it ain't worth it to me. I mean, I shoot probably twice a week. What I don't shoot is I don't shoot my rifle as much as I want to. And actually we're going Sunday to Borden to shoot rifle. And I haven't shot rifle in so long. I mean, because ammo's so expensive. I have a 300 Blackout and I have this, this is my 5.56 rifle right here. This is new. This is a new build. So I really want to get out and shoot it and see what's wrong with it. See what I need to fix. Might not, hopefully I don't need to fix anything, but so I've got limited 5.56 ammo. I've been kind of hoarding 300 Blackout ammo, and at $1 a round, you just don't want to go fucking, you know, you can't go shooting all the time. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. You can't find any ammo at all.
But it is where we are.
All right, man. Well, I mean, for me, you know, same as you, pretty basic. I stay kind of minimal with what I carry in my pockets. And it kind of changes too throughout, you know, winter to summer, you know. I can wear jeans a lot, you know, in the wintertime like everybody else, and shorts a lot, you know, in the summertime. But basically just a wallet. My family got me. I think my wife or kids got me. Basic stuff in it, no cash, just a few cards.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
anymore. Cash. Yeah, you know, a pen. Carry a pen. Any good useful fireman has a pen in his pocket. Which at work,
I never had one.
At work, I hardly ever have one. I lose them all the time. But like at home, I for some reason they stay. Probably because I don't pull them out at home that often.
Right.
You know, where at work, I'm always writing something down or whatever. So I'm losing it all the time. So yeah, just a pen. I usually carry a pen and just kind of a beater pocket knife. This is what is this? It's a Rat 2. I think there's like a Rat 1, a Rat 2 made by Ontario Knife Company. But it's these are the same guys that make our old hickory kitchen knives for the firehouse. Those wooden handle knives, same company, I believe. Yeah. It's a AUS 8 steel. So it ain't the best steel, but it's a beater knife. I can keep an edge on it. I mean, I've had this thing for, I don't know, 3-4 years. And I just love the shape of it for my hand. It's perfect.
Yeah, that makes a lot. Just like firearm, right? Like
yeah. I mean, I've had a lot of pocket knives, and this one by far, you know, I mean, my hands are fairly big, so it fits great, man. It's a good knife. Like I said, I can keep a good edge on it. But yeah, so pocket knife.
Everybody should. I mean, if you're doing a hierarchy of things, a knife is number 2 in my book.
Number two.
Yeah. Like firearms number 1, fucking knife is number 2.
Yeah. Then, like I said, this is just my beater knife. I used to open up shit. I mean, today, hell, I've probably opened up 4 or 5 packages and shit for the kids, and all different kinds of stuff.
That's one thing I won't do with this knife.
What?
So I've got a beater knife on my bag, and we'll get to that when I get to my satchel. But like this knife, this is for stabby. Like this knife is razor fucking sharp.
Yeah.
And I don't, if someone needs to open something plastic, find somebody else's knife. Like I'm not trying to be a dick. It's just not.
Yeah, no, I mean,
using that knife.
I'll get to that. Same thing with me. That's why I carry this. I carry 2 knives. So.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, one I just use for that. That's it. This one comes out for utility purposes, whatever. I mean, use your imagination. We all know what knives are for. But then I do carry a flashlight. Typically, I've carried so many different flashlights. My preference on a flashlight, I like it to turn on and turn off. That's it. I hate these fucking flashlights now where they think they got to put, Morse code on them and blinking, and they got low. I understand the low, medium, high. I mean, for battery life, but fuck that. I just want a light that comes on and goes off. Right. And on this particular one, I actually took this out of my wife's purse. I couldn't find mine, but it's depressed, so I can't push that in my pocket and turn it on.
That's nice.
So it can just it has a clip on it, where you can put to your hat or hold it in your mouth or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's not a lot of lumens. Me and you've had the battle of lumens at Old Sixes. I don't know if you recall that or not.
Yeah, I thought you were getting ready to say something about the lumens. Like, I don't know why they're putting all these crazy lumens on these lights. I was gonna be like, motherfucker, you were a lumen whore.
Well, I mean, I look at what I use. At work, I carry a more powerful one. I carry an Olight. It's a bigger flashlight because we're walking around structures trying to find a panel or whatever. And just lighting up rooms that maybe, they don't have any lights in the house or in the apartment complex or whatever. So it's a bigger one. But like this one I use around the house is usually because I dropped a screw and I got to find it, or dropped a bit and I got to look for it underneath the bench or whatever. So it's enough. But yeah, flashlight. I always carry a flashlight, knife, wallet, pen. Yeah. And then like, as far as the knives go, this rides like this is the one I was talking about. So 2 knives, and this is fairly new. Probably within the last year, I started carrying something like this, and it came from a
fixed blade.
Yeah, it's something that I would only use, not for utility,
right?
Just for personal protection or whatever. And that came from Bill Rapier. It's a guy I think he's 2-decade Navy SEAL guy. He puts on a lot of classes.
Yeah,
and he does a lot of knife fighting stuff, and it makes sense, where I think he has one video, we talked about that before, where a carjacking video where you're kind of tied up, your right hand, your strong hand, your gun hand, whatever is tied up, trying to manipulate that person's weapon or self or whatever. So you have an option, to go to. This would be on your left side. So as far as orientation on my belt, I would have my gun appendix here, about 1 o'clock or whatever. And this rides just horizontal to it. So from the left side, like this. I like it. I mean, I got a training knife, that's real similar. I made out of where's it at? I made out of cutting board, like the plastic cutting board. I just took and traced that on a cutting board, cut it out, kind of sanded it down, and it's the same shape as that, so you can train with it and not kill anybody.
Not cut yourself.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's a personal preference. Not a lot of people. Some people would see, and I don't always wear this, but I have more over the last year than I ever have.
Now I have a fixed blade. It's actually a Ronin Blade, which they're expensive.
Yeah. This one's not expensive at all. It's pretty cheap, and it's sharp as hell. I mean, and pointy. Like that's going to go in no matter where you put it.
Yeah, it's going to cause damage.
I
find it with fixed blades is before my Ronin Blade, I had another fixed blade. I carry one on my battle belt. So it's on the side and it's easily to get to if I need to get it. And the fixed blades, for whatever reason, like this, my switchblade, my Benchmade, it's sharp. I mean, it's sharp as fuck. It ain't near as sharp as my fixed blades. And I just can't get the edge on them. Maybe somebody knows more about sharpening knives than I do. My fixed blades, they're sick. Like you do not want to fuck around with that blade, like even handling it, or you will fucking cut your goddamn finger off.
Yeah. I mean, hell, all my knives are like that. I sharpen the knives of the firehouse, and I kind of like it. It's meditative to me.
It's cathartic. It's weird how cathartic it is.
But extra mag, I carry that on my left side, kind of in my hip area. Just another mag for my gun. I don't carry it in my pocket. I just carry it there. I don't like it's a little too big to put in my pocket. And then just a Glock 43 stock. Nothing fancy about it. It's got the shitty sights on it that they put on it, but it works. It runs.
Yeah, they do have shitty sights.
Yeah, I mean, it runs good. The magazine I have carries 2 extra, 1 in the chamber, 9 total. I mean, this thing just won't stop. I mean, it runs. It's a good shooting gun.
Yeah.
What I run through it, like 115 grain, I think, when I looked it up. It's what I run through it, and I mean, it shoots great. It's a small. If you didn't have that extended clip on it, I think Glock, they're making them now because these are Glock extended clips. Terran Tactical, I think, was the only one making them for a while. But this
Glock has more. There's probably no other gun that's made that has more peripheral shit made for it than Glock does.
Yeah,
like Glock has everything made for it.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's all I run, dude. It's simple, no light, no fancy shit, no manipulation of the trigger. It's got a good trigger on it, stock. So I like it. But
good deal.
Yeah. And just a holster from CYA supply company. I think it came from Cabela's.
Okay.
Appendix. I carry an appendix carry. It's not the most. I could probably have something more comfortable, but I like knowing that my gun's there. So and if I'm on a long road trip, it comes out anyway and rides in the truck. It doesn't stay in my pen. And that's about the only time it really bothers you if you're sitting for an extended time period.
Yeah,
for those of you that don't carry appendix.
That's one of the things that I had. Like, if I found one that was secure, it was uncomfortable for me to set my truck. This holster I have now, I get a good purchase on it as soon as I grab it. I can sit in my truck with it. Sometimes I forget I'm even fucking wearing it. And that's nice. I mean, like my other holsters, if I wore it for an extended amount of time, this is going to sound gay, but whatever. Like when I take my clothes off to get in the shower or whatever, I'd have a mark.
Oh yeah.
Right. Like, right in my area, that area where I'm carrying it, where the holster is digging into me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, man, fuck. It didn't really bother me at the time, but I'm like, man, it's digging into me and I can't be comfortable. I'm not really noticing it. But
this digs in quite a bit. I mean, I know what you're talking about, but it hurts less than a a bullet wound, so I carry
Sure.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like you said, if you're going to be wearing it, well, I have a magnet in my truck too.
Yeah, I got one of those. I didn't really like it.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's how your cockpit's set up in your vehicle.
Yeah.
Like mine's perfect. Like, I mean, it's perfect where it sits and where I mounted it at. It's great. But like Shannon's car, like I was looking at her car and I'm like, there's nowhere I could put this to where it wouldn't be, my leg wouldn't hit it, or because, her car is smaller. I mean, it's a mini SUV, but it's just the cockpit's tighter. You know what I mean? Where my Jeep, I'm more open. So the magnet works better there. But
I mean,
that's where it sits.
Talking about EDC, I mean, shit. I mean, look what you can accomplish with just these basic things. I mean, you got a pin for whatever, your wallet, a utility knife, a flashlight, and then tools, to protect yourself and other people.
That's one thing that you and I don't have. I thought you would have, actually.
What?
You don't have like a Gerber or Leatherman.
I do, but I keep it in the car, or sometimes it goes in the bag. I mean, I got tool bags. If I need tools, I just grab a bag. I mean, honestly, I've not found Gerbers and all that shit to be all that useful. I mean, I know that they're played way out on the internet, but I mean, a guy that actually works with tools, I mean, I don't know, they're not that fucking handy. Yeah.
I've never, I mean, so, I mean, you should, you're a dude, so you should be able to fix shit.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been good at it, so I just never carried one. Like, I'm good at breaking shit, not really good at fixing shit. So,
no, I mean, I like them. I've used them mainly like to switch out batteries on the kids' toys, usually.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I don't carry one. I have in the past. I've got shit, probably 3 or 4 of them, and they ride different places. I got one in the truck. I had one in my bag. I don't think it's in there now, but anyway, yeah. So that's it for me, man. And a phone. You carry that pad. I do everything on my phone. I mean, my notes in my phone are just full. I mean, I take notes. I have a separate notebook that I use for like classes that I'm in, because people get, they see you over on your phone, and even though you're taking notes, it just looks rude.
Right. Right. No,
they think you're playing on your phone. I've ran into that before.
That's the reason I don't use my phone. Like, I mean, I do have notes on my phone, like passwords and all that shit. They're in my notes section of my phone. If anybody ever steals my phone, you know where that shit's at.
Yeah.
But like, it's not as cathartic for me to go to my notes and when I've accomplished something and backtrack and erase it than it is when I can draw a line through it. I don't know. It's just weird. It doesn't affect me the same way as when I write it down, like when I physically write something. And for me to remember something, I have to write it down, and not typing it out. Just don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's, neurological, I guess, for me.
Yeah. No, I'll use the notes, and, a lot of times I'm not even writing it. I just talk and say, hit the audio thing and let it type it out. And I mean, mine are
so you want to do bags?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'm going to pour a drink, so
go ahead. I'll do my bag.
Nobody's shooting any guns. There's no ammo even in this room. So
I did say I wouldn't have live ammo, but I do have live ammo.
Yeah.
But so this is my satchel bag that I use. It's small. It's a little bag. They call them a day bag, actually. Like, I don't even really know, like, if you packed it for a day. I mean, I have taken this on vacation with me and stuff. But this is my bag that wherever I go, it goes. If I'm driving my truck, it goes in my truck. If my wife drives somewhere, I grab this bag. Now, I do have a lot more stuff in my truck that goes along with this bag, but you try to be as prepared as you can, but you can be goofy about shit too, right? So I'm not taking my blackout and all that stuff in Shannon's car. I'm going to take this. All right. And I've always got my weapon on me. So, but this is a little bag that I can take a lot of places. So one of the things I have in it, extra magazines, bunch of extra magazines, hollow points, I got magazines fucking everywhere. So here's my flashlight, Streamlight. No, this is an O-light, actually. It's bigger, but this motherfucker's bright. I mean, it will fucking it'll light it up.
Yeah, I got one of those. Yeah,
I really like this light. It's really, really
slide,
good.
Slide in and out.
Yep. I have a car charger with it's a multi dongle. It's kind of like a dongle.
So
I also have I'm a cigar guy, so this is a magnetized lighter and cigar cutter. Okay, it's a torch. So fire, you might need fire. This is a very, very, very thin cigar cutter, as you can see. So I can cut my cigar with it. And it's magnetized, so it takes up no spot. You can actually put that in your pocket. I do like when I'm wearing shorts and stuff and I'm going somewhere and I'm going to be smoking. I always take this with me. But so I've got fire if I need it. My other pocket. So this thing stays with me. It's a little bitty pry bar.
That's cute.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. It's really great if like you're pulling up carpet and you want to get the staples out. Fucking fantastic. I could probably jimmy a window or a car door with that if I needed to. So it stays in there. These are earbuds, like wireless earbuds, in case that I'm on the move and I need to talk to somebody. I can, not have wires and they can hear me. So always keep those in there. Those are spare. I don't ever use those for anything else other than that. This is what I was talking about earlier. This is called a Jackberry. Okay. It's basically a portable power supply. Mini USB, Lightning. It's got all of them. And it's got a light on it as well. There it goes. It's got a little bit of light on it. It's cute. It's got a little light on it, but I always keep it charged. It always stays in my bag. So that way, if I have to, charge my phone, your watch, I was talking about earlier, like, maybe you got out and you didn't fucking have your shit. I always keep my EMT medical card on me just in case. I always keep my carry and conceal paperwork in this bag in case maybe I get robbed, and he took my fucking ID, but I got my paperwork in this bag as well. So I have a humidor for, like I said, I'm a cigar guy. And if the apocalypse goes down, the old phrase, smoke them if you got them, I'm fucking smoking them. And the good thing about this is, of course, I got my cigar in there. This is the one I'm smoking when I'm dying. So hope I don't ever smoke that one. But these things are great because they're waterproof. Okay, so I can use this for a lot of other things other than the cigars. Because like I said, they're waterproof. They're great. This is another kinetic watch that I keep. It's a G-Shock. Shit. It's a G-Shock watch. It's chrono. It's waterproof. I keep that in this bag too, just in case I need another watch.
You love time, don't you? You got a lot of watches. So you got a lot of watches.
I like watches, man.
Bottle opener,
man. Just in case you run across the fucking apocalypse, you run across a 6-pack, you're ready to fucking drink it, man. You need fuck, we have a bottle opener. Well, I got one. Don't worry. That's all that's in there. What's in here? Oh, matches. Always keep matches with me just in case. Like I said, fire be an important thing. If the shit hits the fucking fan. And it's little, it didn't take up much room. You know what I mean? Here's fucking blackout mag, defense rounds. Like I said, I have a truck gun, the collapsible or folding stock, 300 blackout. It stays in my truck. This is extra mag for it. These are defense rounds for those. Those are about $4 a round. These magazines with this tape on them never get shot. If I'm shooting these, fucking shit has went really fucking bad. And I don't care that I'm shooting $4 a fucking round. Mask. Oh, and my beater knife. This is my beater knife, bench made. This knife's fantastic. I've had it for several years. It's like, I don't know, some kind of fucking Special Forces edition, Attack Force edition, bench made. But it's fucking, like Josh said, keeps a great edge. It's got a nice tang strength on it too. It's got a really strong tang. Like you can get in there and pry some shit with it if you had to, not worry about breaking it. My Switchblade, I would not do that with. This one, I would. So this is kind of the knife that I can open a lot of shit with. And it still keeps a nice edge. And it's got like a seatbelt cutter on it too. It's got the window punch on the end. Options. I really, really like having options on shit. Like one thing that has several options to it.
Yeah.
Right.
Multi-use.
Have carabiner. Have an extended pouch on this thing. I have a carabiner. Just in case I need to fucking propel out a window or some shit. But I have carabiner. And then so something. Oh. Yeah, defense rounds. Box of defense rounds just in case my extra mags run out. Because I'm a bad shot. This is a cat tourniquet, combat approved tourniquet. You know, you never know. You might fucking save somebody's life with a tourniquet. That's it.
Yeah.
That's probably good, but I mean, I could put more shit in it, but I don't know why I would. You know what I mean?
You probably carried more when you were still working, didn't you? I mean, back and forth, you know, from the firehouse to your house. I mean, I know I do.
I'm trying to think of what I would have. No.
Really?
I mean, I think that it's pretty much the same. I'll tell you what's different. What's new is the tourniquet.
Oh, yeah.
Like, well, okay, so I keep a first aid bag in my car. Like I said, my truck, I got a lot of shit in my truck too. It stays in there. So everything kind of works in conjunction. Like if I'm by myself, I've got this. My truck hopefully is not very far away. I need extra mags, any flashlight, whatever. I can get to it. You know what I mean? Plus, if I get to my bag, I've got my bag. And then if I need to get to my truck, then I got more shit in my truck.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean? It's like levels of preparedness go up as my space increases, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I do the same thing. Well, and things for that you have in your vehicle are going to be specific to your vehicle, you know, too. So you'll have some redundant, at least I do. I'll have some redundancy there, you know, of the things that I have in the vehicle. But I'm not going to carry jumper cables in my everyday bag, you know, where I'm going to have them, in my car, you know. So but there's also a flashlight and there's also a knife in the car. So there's some redundancy built into this whole preparedness thing. So you good? That's
it. Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I carry this. What is this? A Surge, the North Face Surge. I like these bags. I think the one prior to this was called a Recon. I just like it. It's black. It doesn't really stand out. It's got a shit ton of pockets in it.
It's fucking huge.
Well, it's only huge because it's got shit in it.
Oh.
Yeah, I got a lot more shit than you have, but nothing interesting really. I mean, so like on the outside of the bag, obviously carry water, you know, all the time. I got a little tripod that I keep, you know, for
sex tapes.
Yeah, shooting video, taking pictures, or just watching something, you know, setting it up, watching something at the firehouse or wherever. Try to lay all this shit out here, knock it over. That's it on that side. And then on this side, I carry just kind of like a little microfiber towel just to wipe shit off. I hate the little bitty ones for your sunglasses. So this one kind of serves as sweat, whatever. It's just bigger. Same thing though. And then a tourniquet over here. So it's only two things on this side. A tourniquet. I noticed yours was in a bag, man. You need to change that, you know. Like staging your tourniquet for use, you know, so like basically staging it for use. So when you open it, which that was supposed to, I didn't open it right, or that would have popped off there.
Right. So why is mine in a bag bad thing?
Well, because if you need it, you're going to need it like now. You know what I mean? I mean, you can bleed to death depending on what vital area 15 to 30 seconds, you know, and first thing to go when you're stressed out is those fine motor skills. So if you don't have this thing staged and set up and ready to use, like say if your timestamp thing is, or recording thing is Velcroed over, getting that undone to be able to wind this up and tighten it down. That's the definition of a fine motor skill. You know, that's a second, 2 seconds getting that thing undone. So, and I like keeping it like this where you see the red tab, keeping it like this. I can get this over any limb,
right?
Either for myself, for a family member, or anybody else, and I got the red tab right there to automatically tighten it down and then wind it up, and it's just how you fold it. It's just basically folding it like that. And then I just keep a little tiny rubber band around it because it gets beat around in the bag all the time. And I found it to kind of, so when you pull it open, now it's ready to go. I'm not that limber, so I can I can loop that over my leg, if I'm laying behind a car or so, whatever, some bullshit, depending on your training or whatever. But being a paramedic, I mean, I've used these things on people. I've made a lot of shootings, a lot of stabbings. These work. They save lives. I mean, there's no doubt about it. And if you carry things that poke holes or blow holes in you, then you should be carrying this somewhere. I would prefer to have it on my body, but the best, aside from throwing it in your pocket, I know John Lovell, a guy on YouTube that runs Warrior Poet Society or something like that, carries an ankle med kit, which I like. I think it's cool. I mean, you would get
Fieldcraft has an appendix carry cat tourniquet holder.
Really? Yeah. I've seen those. Yeah, for like the rat tourniquet with the rubber. Yeah, I don't have one of those. I just got this basic tourniquet here. But having that set up and ready to go is pretty important.
Now, if I'm going to like, so here's the thing you got to think about too when you're carrying a tourniquet. Okay, depending on where you go, a tourniquet can be viewed as almost like a weapon. And what I mean by that is if someone's carrying a tourniquet, then someone's expecting you to think that there's going to be something going down. And I've had that happen. So like Forecastle, it was a couple years ago. I carried it. I didn't carry a weapon in because I knew I'd be frisked, so I didn't carry a weapon, but I carried a tourniquet. And of course, the dude that was fucking patting me down was a douchebag, but he was like, "What's this?" And I'm like, "It's a cat tourniquet, it's in case something happens." And he was like, "Well, what's going to happen?" And I'm like, "I don't know. That's why I carry it." And it was a big deal. They had to go get a sheriff, and the sheriff that came over was fucking cool, thank God. And he was like, "Oh, hey, cool, man. Hope you don't have to use it." And I'm like, "Man, me too, but better to have it, right?" He's like, "Absolutely, have a good time." And that was it.
Wow.
But because okay, so let's look at it like this. If I was traveling abroad, okay, if I'm carrying a cat tourniquet, a combat approved, Northwestern or North American combat approved fucking cat tourniquet, and customs officer like sees it, or they search me and find it, that's like dead giveaway that I'm some kind of military operator. Okay, because those are mostly the guys that carry that kind of shit. So you would draw unwanted attention to yourself by carrying that. Now, that's the reason a lot of the rat tourniquets, the minimalist tourniquets have become popular, because they don't look like much. And like, if you didn't know what it was, you wouldn't know what it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, I do have one ordered, but they're fucking on back order. I don't have it yet. Because, me and my wife, hopefully when things ever get back to fucking normal, which it didn't look like they're going to ever, but we like to go abroad. We like to travel outside the country. And that's something that I want. I don't want to draw attention to ourselves. I already look like fucking operator anyway. I don't need any more fucking attention drawn to myself.
Yeah.
So that's, something to think about when you're carrying these things, guys. And that's the only reason I say that, so I had to go to the sheriff's office today. You're not supposed to have firearm. Well, I carried my firearm in. And I didn't go through any metal detector or anything. Like, they basically opened the door to the side and they said, "Where are you going?" I said, "Sheriff's office." They're like, "Oh, 6th floor." And I'm like, "Okay." And I'm like, "What the fuck? When did we stop going through metal detectors, come to the sheriff's office?" But, I didn't.
Yeah.
If I have a carry conceal, Josh has a carry conceal. If I'm going to carry, I'm going to carry. I carry at hospitals. I carry a lot of places that you're not supposed to.
Yeah, just know your state's laws. Like in this state, you don't even need a concealed carry, you know, in Kentucky. So, I mean, as far as the tourniquets, you know, I'm sticking with this style. This is what we use at work. It's what I'm familiar with.
Yeah.
It's what I've seen work. I no doubt the other ones work, but
I do.
For the sake of confusion and muscle memory and all that bullshit, I'm going to stick with this for now.
The rat tourniquet is the same. Yeah. It's the same thing.
Same
principle. It's just like a bungee cord.
Yeah. You know, God, I got a lot of gay shit in here. Headlamp. You know, I carry one of these. I mean, I carry another one. They're just fucking handy. I mean, you know, being able to throw this on your head, change a tire, you know, whatever you got to do. I had to change my niece's tire about a week ago, and headlamp came in handy as hell. Which I lost my axe. I had an axe in the back of my truck and left it on the side of the road. I'm kind of pissed about it because it was my favorite one. I carry a short little, you know, kind of multi-use screwdriver. I mean, yeah. I mean, I have that. I'll come across like something setting out. It's so stupid. Something setting out in the garbage that'll have a hinge on it that maybe I'll want to be able to use somewhere else, and I'll just take the hinge off, you know, whatever. So that one of the main reasons I carry it, just for that type of shit. But what was you gonna say?
You banging shit on your desk is killing me.
Sorry, I could have laid out like a rubber mat or something.
You're doing this. Yeah, it's a fucking. You need a screwdriver. Bang, bang, bang.
Tape. I carry a tape measure. I got these things everywhere. You know, just handy. I use them all the time. This lacrosse ball.
Yes.
I got this one spot in my upper back that,
oh my God,
tightens up all the time.
Yes,
no doubt from stress, but that fucking thing works great. You know.
Yep. Oh, I love them.
If you're not already using one, you're way behind the curve.
Yeah.
So learn how to use it.
I've got one. So I have plantar fasciitis. I get it for whatever reason. I get it once a year.
Yeah.
I've got this ball. So it's smaller than a lacrosse ball, but it has spikes on it.
Yeah, I've seen those.
And dude, I roll my feet over this motherfucker, and it's excruciating for 5-6 minutes, and then it's like I never had it before. I mean, it's
those anal toys, isn't it? Isn't that like an anal toy? Doubles as an anal toy for you?
The Benoit balls. I use Benoit balls, man. Like, there's nothing better than the original.
My kids bought me a yo-yo, so they know I like just fiddling around with something, learning new skills. You know, I don't know. I like it. So I'll pull it out and fuck around with it every now and again. Tape, Gorilla Tape. I mean, surely to God, I don't have to explain the uses of that.
Yeah. You want no duck seal?
I do have some duck seal. They were throwing some out from the firehouse, and
shut up. You have duck seal in your bag?
No, not in my fucking bag.
You can put duck seal in your bag.
No, I don't have any. Gloves. You know, I just carry some gloves. Shit, I'll probably wind up taking this stuff out. Oh, this is pretty cool. It's a Zippo. I use this a lot, like overhaul and stuff like that. You fill it up and with lighter fluid and light it, and it's like a hand warmer. It's pretty cool, you know. I don't
understand how it works.
It's just like a fucking lighter, man. You fill it up with lighter fluid and you light this little felt area here, and it stays lit, and then it's got this cover on it, and then you put it inside here, and it stays. It's, I don't know, some kind of magic. Stays lit, and I mean, it keeps your hands warm.
That's pretty cool.
So you're standing around, you know, I throw it in my fire coat pocket and just pour it out.
God, dude, how many times would I love to have had something like that on fucking a cold day overhauling when I'm wet and fucking
awesome.
can't get warm?
Nice. Be a great gift. They're cheap too. They're not that expensive.
Wow, and
cool. This kind of stuff will come out. It's kind of seasonal, you know. Hand warmers or whatever.
I got them in my bag or in my truck.
The kids, you know, whoever needs them. Some ass wipes. Can't have that stink butt, dude. So plus you get some places that don't have fucking toilet paper, man. All this COVID shit going on.
That's a good point.
You might have to shit behind a dumpster. You're covered.
Yeah. Great. Good idea.
A mask, which I've been wearing more often. Honestly, I don't want to admit that, but
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not even getting into it.
You're conforming, man.
No, I'm not conforming.
They're breaking you down.
No.
That's what they want.
When being at the firehouse, I mean, just some dental stuff, mouthwash, toothpick, shit like that. I just keep in there. Nobody likes shit between your teeth, including you. You shouldn't. Let's see. Sunglasses I carry on the outside. It's got a little strap on it because constantly taking them down, on and off, and walking in, from outside into the garage or into a shop, and your eyes adjusting. So I just keep a little dad strap on them. So, I don't lay them down and lose them. I know it looks nerdy, but it's useful. More toothpicks. I got some shit about my teeth, don't I? Toothpicks. Yeah. Oh, breath mints. Holy shit. Dude, and I'll tell you what.
Dude. Are you going on a fucking date, or is this your fucking...
No, man. Dude, these are the best ever. Right? So, think about it. You buy gum, you throw it in your truck. Summertime, the shit gets all gooey and nasty. Well, these are like breath mints. So they don't go bad. They can sit in your truck, winter, summer, whatever. They're in a little tin can. These are awesome. I love them. I've been using these for years. Let's see. Yeah, earbuds. I didn't have to do it, but getting my license renewed, waiting in a 30-person fucking line to get that done because they're afraid everybody's going to catch COVID at the license place, I guess. Stand in line, make a phone call, listen to this Alpha Bro show, whatever. Lighter. Yep. Lighter. It's got a cool little message on it.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Hey, could you drop it again?
Yeah, it's loud. I'm sorry, man. I didn't know he was doing this, so I'd put a pad out. Strong mind, strong heart, strong body. It's kind of a little family motto we have going on. Kind of an assortment of pills I keep because my stomach sucks. So some antacids. I keep caffeine tabs, which I love, and Midol. I know that's kind of probably not.
No, I totally expected you to carry Midol.
Yeah, dude, man, I love it. Midol is awesome. People don't understand. I mean, it's got. I carry that all the time. It's got a muscle relaxer in it. It's got caffeine in it. Yeah, it's got
ibuprofen and caffeine's all it is.
No, it's got some other shit in there too.
No, don't.
Yeah, the stuff I buy does. I like it. It's one pill. It has two things that I take. I only got to carry one pill.
Okay.
It's because they market it as fucking menstrual shit.
Yeah, they do. That's what I'm saying. It's fucking ibuprofen.
Yeah. Well, it works. But it's got caffeine in it too.
It does. It does.
Which I guess Excedrin or anything like that does. But
it does. Yep. It helps you be euphoric. So helps take pain away, I guess.
Yeah. Couple extra mags.
Yep.
Trying to be more quiet for you. This is kind of like a utility, I guess, pocket. It's just got some pins and chargers, extra batteries.
Yep. Yeah. I had those too.
Oh, speaking of dongles, this is by far probably the best dongle on the market.
Oh my god, that's a multi-dongle.
Oh, this has got everything. I kind of like you. I like multi-use shit. I have one thing that does everything. This has every kind of charger that you can.
That's awesome. Yeah,
on it.
It's good. Cheap.
Chiffon.
Chiffon.
Yeah, chiffon. It came in my makeup kit. And then just a battery charger that I keep in here. I use fucking all the time because my phone's always dying. Earbuds, plug. I usually keep an extra car plug in here too, but I think I actually took it out and put it in the truck the other day, so it's not in here. Let's see. Yeah, back here I would normally have my laptop, but you're watching me through my laptop, so it's the best books ever. I keep this on me.
Well, if the apocalypse happens, man, fucking written words all would be one of the first things to go.
I carry a sketch. It's a dry erase board, man.
Oh,
I love it, man. As far as for like learning, like I use this thing all the time just to like kind of repeat if I got to learn something. You know how our job is kind of learning steps to stuff. So I'll write it out, erase it, write it out, erase it, just multiple times. It helps me. I don't know. And then just kind of a notebook. I mean, it's full of notes, you know.
Do you ever see the old cartoon of the Harlem Globetrotters? And
yeah.
Okay, so the one guy had the big afro, and like when they needed something, he would pull it out of his afro. I feel like that's what your bag is. Like, hey man, I need a 35 ladder. Oh, well, hold on, there it is.
Yeah, Meditations by Marcus Aurelius.
I mean, why the fuck do you carry books in your bag?
Man, I don't know. I'll just be sitting there, you know, in the truck waiting on whoever's in a store or whatever and pull this out. And I don't know. I like books, and I listen to a lot of books.
Yeah.
But the few books that I actually like reading, like this, I mean, I like the whole Stoic thing. So this is pretty much the Stoic Bible.
Right. Hey, could you when you lay the books down, could you lay them down harder?
God, is it really that annoying?
Oh my God. It's dong, dong, dong every time you lay something down.
You just text me too. Stop banging stuff.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like, dude, that was like 20 minutes ago. I'm like, fuck it, it's over. I can't even save it now.
And then I carry this. It's just was it Kel-Tec sub 2000 40 caliber. It's in here pretty much all the time. I started carrying that when Louisville fell apart, you know, and they're rioting and everything else. I mean, I've got 5 kids, you know, they're in the car with me. You can't move with 5 kids, you know?
Right.
So you got a small pistol like that with 9 shots in it. I mean, you're going to have something else if something goes down, or, you know, God forbid. I mean, we've watched videos right here in Louisville of them stopping cars and pulling guns on them and everything else. So, you know, it's the reality of living in this city now. So,
it is.
So I carry that. I know it's probably maybe a little much for some people, but it's great. Fits in the backpack, you know. Yeah, I mean, I like it. Shoots great. I've not had any trouble out of it.
So this is, you know, because I had somebody asked me earlier, you know, are y'all just doing, you know, what are y'all doing? Are you doing pocket? You doing, you know, whatever. And they're like, so you're not showing blackout? And I'm like, yeah, I'll show my blackout. So this is my blackout bag. It's looks like a computer bag, looks like a laptop bag. And I have a 8.5 inch folding stock. When it's folded, it's a lot shorter than that. This is it. I'll move this out of the way.
You built that, didn't you?
I did. This was the first rifle I've ever built. And it's, you know, it's rubber band. Those are rubber bands on my sling. So, you know, I'll just pull that off. And then my sling's accessible. I'll say that. So, and I could pop that off. I have to, but that's it. You know, I've got RF laser. That's one thing I don't have in my bag that I should, is I have a night vision monocle. This RF laser, you can see, I can have a laser that I can see and nobody else can see. Now I don't have NODs, but I do. I mean, I can eye somebody with one if I had to. It's got a light on it too, so it's got a red dot laser. It's got a bunch of other shit. Vortex red dot sight. And again, it's 300 blackout, so it's I do have suppressed ammunition in this bag. My other bag was defense rounds. Like, those are gonna fucking fuck somebody up. But even without being canned at the end, what I mean is suppressed at the end, when I shoot subsonic, it is amazing. It's amazing. Like, I don't even need ear protection. With a can, it's fucking stupid. Suppressors aren't silencers. Like, it's not like the movies, you know, it's not that you still hear it.
Sure.
But I'm going to tell you, with the Blackout subsonic ammo canned, it's ridiculous. Like, you do hear it, but you would be amazed at the difference. So like I said, it's got a pressure switch at the top because that's where I like to hold it. I have C-clamp grip. But this is what I carry in my truck. 30 round mag is what I have, and I've got 7 of them in this bag right now.
Oh yeah, I didn't mention that. I got a 30 round mag for this sub 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is what I carry now.
Do you take that in and out of your truck?
It depends. Like, so if I'm going to be out for the entire day, it goes with me.
Yeah.
If I'm just going to the gym, maybe to Kroger, I live close to both of those, then I don't take it. If we're going to Indiana, because we go to Indiana a lot, we have friends in Indiana, blah, blah, blah. If I'm going through downtown, I always take it. Just because I don't ever know when anything's going to fucking pop off, and I'd rather have it than not have it. So and that's my thing. A lot of people are like, man, you fucking take all that shit with. Yeah, it's nothing, man. Like, this stays packed. Like, it stays just like I just pulled it out. And I'll get out and fuck with the optics and shit like that on it. But other than that, and clean it, and that's it. It gets folded up. It goes back in this bag. And when I'm ready to roll, I fucking grab the handle and it goes in the truck.
Yeah.
So it's not a big deal. You know what I mean?
So you have it. Sometimes you have it. Sometimes you don't have it. Right.
Yeah. Sometimes I have it. Sometimes I don't have it. Again, like, I'm not this, I ain't scared of my fucking shadow. And if my dog barks downstairs, I ain't fucking pulling my fucking weapon, searching the yard, clearing the yard. I'm not that guy. But I don't want to be caught fucking with a pants down either. You know what I mean?
Well, that's kind of why I wanted something to carry in a backpack. That way, this is within my, budget range. So I can't afford a Scorpion, and put in my fucking backpack and run around with it.
Sure.
Plus, it's it's a gun. If it gets stolen, it's not it's not that expensive, not a huge loss.
Sure.
But it's dependable. I know some people say that they're not, but Kel-Tec, I mean, this has been a pretty reliable weapon. I bought this from my brother-in-law.
Yeah, I think they're fine.
Yeah, I mean, there's been some issues with some of the pistols, but these sub 2000s, I mean, I like it. It runs fine. But I know it's always here. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it isn't where sometimes I have it, sometimes I don't. I know that it's there. So
I need to like, whoever asked me, binoculars. No, it's a monocular. It's one. I wish it's in the next room. I'd go get it, but it's all it is.
Those are pretty common.
I
said, yeah, those are pretty common. I mean,
it's it looks kind of like a spotting scope. I mean, I know Scott's a hunter, so he'll know what a spotting scope looks like. So what happens is it's got a lens on the end of it. When I take that lens off at night, it lights things up. So it's it's not NOD night vision, but it's night vision. And like, I've used it, and because I was kind of apprehensive about it, like, is it going to be? And it really is. Like, takes 2 of the flat batteries. I forget. It's like a V123 or W123, or it takes 2 of those, and it says change them once a year, and it works.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that ability to be able to fight at night, I mean, that's separated, I mean, the U.S. military from, a lot of their enemies for years. And I mean, I don't have any capability of that. So, I still use old-fashioned light. So,
yeah.
He was suggesting binoculars. I carry binoculars, but I don't carry them in my bag. I carry them. They're in my truck. I mean.
Okay. So this binocular, that I have, that's what it is. It's one, I can reach out. I forget how many hundreds of yards it reaches out, and then I can take the end off, and it's night vision. So it does both. Again, I like options, and it's small, and it stays in a little pouch, and I usually I've been keeping it in my range bag, which a lot of times stays in my truck, because I do like to shoot a lot. So I just keep it in my truck. But I need to put it, I think I need to start putting it in my other bag. And that's another thing, guys. So like, we're talking about all this shit. And especially with that blackout I just showed you, dude, I can show you pictures of when I first built this thing and what it looks like now. Totally different. Like, so what I'm saying is train with this stuff, use these things, because like Josh and I are saying, we like this, we like that. Oh, I like this switchblade kind of knife, or I like this light, I like this flashlight. You may get these lights and this stuff and not like none of it. Like, man, this fucking thing sucks. What I like about it. Get what you like. And again, about your firearm. Get a firearm you like to shoot. Get a firearm that's comfortable in your fucking hand. Get a firearm that feels comfortable to you. This blackout, I've changed the optics on it several times because the optics that people were recommending me, I didn't like. And I'm like, I don't like this. So I got it to where I like it. Man, I don't like this fucking like when I'm not using the strap's in my fucking way. I don't like it. Now I use the rubber bands on my strap. You know what I mean? So I can stow my strap when I'm not using it. It's just, so what I'm saying is train with this stuff, use these things and become proficient with it. And that way you'll know what works for you and what doesn't, because what works for me and Josh, it may not work for you. And you may be like, man, that fucking SAS fucking weapon sucks, man. I shot it. It sucks. Man, I get it. You know what I mean? You're used to traditional sight. That's fine.
Yeah. I mean, I would take it even further. I mean, don't even carry it until you're proficient at it. I mean, what's the use in carrying a tourniquet if you don't know how to use it?
That's true.
What's the sense in carrying a weapon if you don't know how to use it? I mean, you're more of a risk at that point than you are a benefit to anybody. I mean, you're responsible for that round, be it going through somebody and hitting somebody else, or you're responsible for that round until it stops. And
so there was a chicken academy the other day, and academy had ammo. They get ammo on Mondays, I believe it is. No, Tuesdays. So I went in and she had bought a weapon, obviously an older lady. I say older. She's probably my age. So she's pretty fucking old. And she's wanting hollow points. She's wanting defense rounds, which are even harder than regular full metal jackets. Okay. And the guy's like, oh, we don't have those. And obviously, of course, she was on her fucking cell phone, because who isn't anymore? But whoever was on the phone was telling her, oh, you need fucking hollow points. You need hollow points. And, I'm in line because the ammo's up front. So I'm kind of behind them. And the guy's like, we don't have that. Like, we don't need to fucking do, lady. And I said, ma'am, you put enough of those full metal jackets in somebody, they go down. Like, you don't need fucking hollow points. And what I wanted to say was, take your fucking gun back, because you don't need to own one. You're never going to fucking train with it. If you think you can't have this weapon without having hollow points in it, then you don't fucking need it. Yeah. But maybe it saves your life. Maybe it don't. But yeah. It irritates me. There's more. So we're going to do this. We're going to do another show on this stuff, but I think it needs to be addressed that there are more first-time gun owners in America at this point than any other point in history. More first-time gun owners than any point in fucking history. Okay. And I know Jason said earlier, like, oh, well, ammo's probably going to be coming back in a few months. No, it's not. It's not coming back. It's not going to come back till fucking things change, and things ain't fucking changing. They're getting fucking worse. So my point to that is people need to fucking train with these weapons and be fucking proficient. And when I mean proficient's not John Wick, man. Proficient is you know your laws, you know your state's laws. You can abide by gun safety. Okay. That way you don't shoot your fucking self or someone you care about. And you might, if you get lucky, protect yourself or your loved ones.
Yeah. Take a class. I mean, there are a lot of, that's thriving right now. All these guys coming back from war, teaching all these classes.
Absolutely.
Me and you, we're civilians, we're into this, take our advice for what it is. We just believe in carrying this stuff for our protection, for, the people that we love and people that need it, but there are people that have been around weapons for the last 10, 15 years and have used them that have much more knowledge that are giving classes out there right now. And even if you can't afford to go take a class, they're online. I mean, through YouTube. I mean, there is a plethora of information out there that you can learn, and then dry firing your weapon, knowing the universal gun rules, and like you said, knowing your state laws and all these different things. There's so many facets of it, but I believe in carrying a gun, and the quicker you can get it, on your body and carrying it. I'm not a proponent of carrying, and I realize I have this in my backpack, but I'm not a proponent of carrying off body. Women out there that may be listening or whatever, carrying it in their purse, or guys or whatever, put it in their glove box. You might as well not even have it. Yep. Because most gunfights, are within 5 to 7 feet, and they happen within milliseconds. Yep. You don't have time to draw and, do all of this fancy stuff that you're going to learn on a range, right. I mean, and that's just coming from me listening to people that know way more about, fighting with guns. And I, believe them. I mean, because they've been there. And then also watching videos that are online. I mean, there are a ton of videos and a ton of people out there just giving information away for free, right? That you can learn from. So yeah, I mean,
Travis Kennedy's a good guy. Tim Kennedy's a great guy. Mike Glover is a fantastic guy. That guy, he's fantastic. So there's more than, I mean, to call these guys proficient and competent is a fucking insult to them. They're professionals. They're the best of the best when it comes to this shit. And no one's done it longer at the extent with the experience that these guys have done it. So listen to what they have to fucking say about shit.
Yeah.
So what I want to, because I want to close out soon, but what I want to say is that's one of the reasons Josh and I wanted to do this show, is because being an alpha male, you need to be able to protect yourself. Even more than most, you need to be able to protect your family, your loved ones, and you need to be able to protect those weaker than you. So, and I believe that, and you may end up putting yourself in a situation that you might not should have been in, but I would rather me be in that situation than somebody I know that's got no shot of getting out of it. I'll take the consequences. I mean, that's how I'm wired, that's how I'm made. I couldn't imagine something happening that if I could have stepped in and made a difference and didn't, and something bad happened, that's it. I mean, I can't sleep at night anymore.
Yeah.
So, and that's one of the reasons that I do train. And I don't know if we were talking about this, or where we were when I was talking about dry firing. Like, I will, my wife's at work. I get my dry fire pistol and I put my mag in and I clear the house, because I get caught up with my footwork. I get caught up with my, trying to, and it's good practice getting multiple, targets and aiming and finding my sight. So I train that way all the time. My rifle, I have blast caps for my rifles. I don't like them, but it's better than nothing. I can at least practice tactical reloads and stuff like that. Again, ammo's so expensive right now. It's hard to train with my rifle and be as proficient as I want. I want to be better at transitioning from pistol to rifle and vice versa. So, I mean, there's so much to fucking learn. I mean, you could do it all day, every day, and still find more to learn. And so my thing is be harder to kill, be more proficient, be better. And that's, it's kind of what me and Josh talk about, right? Is challenging ourselves to be better. And just because we're saying you should own a weapon, we're not saying you should ever use your weapon. I hope you never fucking have to use your weapon. I hope Josh never has to use his weapon. I hope I never have to fucking use my weapon. But if we do, I hope that we've trained ourselves to be proficient and use it correctly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think it starts with the mind. I mean, the weapon is just a tool. You need to pay attention to your surroundings with situational awareness and all these different things. What is it? Colonel Grossman that wrote, he's the one that did the colors, operating in yellow, which is not like, and what I'm talking about? Can you remember? Colonel Grossman on combat. He wrote the book On Combat, which is probably one of the best books out there if you want to know what the human body goes through when it's forced with a situation that's life or death and under stress. I mean, he's the authority out there, and that book On Combat is probably the best book out there to understand what you're going to go through if you're faced with a situation. And that comes from, I mean, he's from the military, he has a law enforcement background. He's worked with law enforcement, you know, across the board. I mean, he's who everyone else goes to look at what the body goes through when you're forced with a stressful situation. And situational awareness is a big part of that, you know. So training your mind and prevention is the biggest thing. You know, I mean, if you don't want to use your weapon, don't go into areas and situations where you might be forced to use it, you know, unless you're absolutely needed. You know, I mean, avoid those things, you know. I mean, that's how you protect your loved ones. Like, I wouldn't take my kids, you know, downtown on a Friday night when there are protests or rallies or whatever, just so they can. I just wouldn't do that. Some people do. You see kids down there.
One of the examples that Glover uses is, you know, this is in his basic carry and conceal class, is you're at a gas station, you're at a gas pump, and a guy comes up to you and brandishes a weapon. What do? Oh, I'd shoot him. I pull my gun, I'll shoot him. Well, you're going to go to fucking jail because the CDC camera shows that this guy just walked up to you and you just pulled your gun out and fucking shot him. So, if this guy got that close to you and brandished a weapon, then you've already kind of failed to begin with, because you weren't around, you weren't aware of your surroundings. A lot of people are on their fucking phones. Like, go next time you go and get fuel. Just look and see what people are doing. Now, you're going to kind of compromise your own situation awareness by doing this, but you're going to see people are on their fucking phone. They're preoccupied. They're not fucking paying attention at all. And that's just fucking life. That ain't just getting fuel. That's everywhere you go. People are on their fucking phone. So if someone walks up to you, then you've already kind of lost the battle, because he's already got the drop on you and he's already brandished a weapon. Again, what does he want? Did you ask him what he wanted? Does he want your money? Give him your fucking money. Does he want your cell phone? Give him your fucking cell phone. He wants your fucking truck? Give him your fucking truck. Like, it's not worth you going to jail. It's not worth you taking a life. Now, when he goes to pull his weapon and he's pointing it at you, then now your life's in danger. It's a fucking whole different scenario, a whole different fucking situation. So again, you have to think about these things. And you were talking about that guy and what he was talking about. Glover had, I can't remember her name. It's a doctor. She does neurological science on this very thing, and what your body and your physiological expression of stress and fear does in these moments. And it's funny to hear the data. You'd have to listen to the podcast when she's on, but it's amazing at like what your body does and the reason you don't remember things and how the frontal lobe shuts down. And like, it's really, really strange. And Glover will tell you, he's been in several gunfights. He can remember some things with crystal clarity. Other things, he has no idea what happened. And then someone else will tell him where they had their moment of crystal clarity that he was involved in. And he was like, what are you talking about? I wasn't over there. I wasn't on that side of the building. I went, yes, you were. And he's like, holy shit. But it's funny how the mind and you know, the neurological responses under stress. That's the reason I feel like people should train under stress. Shot timer, you know, maybe a fucking competition. Maybe you're starting to get good enough to where you want to go to the fucking competition. Those types of things are going to be stressors on you that nothing can ever prepare you for a real gunfight with bullets flying and you hear, you know, you feel them whiz by your head. You hear you hear it hit behind you or close to you. Nothing's ever going to prepare you for that. So the closer you can get, the more stressors you can put on your body as you train, the better you're going to be. a lot of times what I'll do is I like metal music. I'll put on fucking metal loud when I'm clearing the house. Loud music, it's distracting. Like fuck. And I've got animals. So you never want to point your weapon anywhere where there's anything that you don't want to hit. So I have animals and I don't know what rooms are in. So when I go to clear rooms and I have animals in them and I go to, clear a closet, echoes in there. Oh shit. You know what I mean? And I've got this fucking loud music playing in my fucking ear. Stresses me the fuck out. But I feel like that helps me train.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is that making sense?
Yeah, no, we do the same thing. I mean, like at my house in particular, I have these airsoft guns. So, my wife is not real familiar with weapons. So I bought these and we had
It's a great training tool.
Yeah, we had a night where I just kind of took her through our house and was like, I'm going to show you what I know as far as clearing rooms and how to pie corners. And because let's say that you can afford and you go take a class and you go to a shoot house where they practice clearing rooms, right? So they're teaching you the fundamentals of working around a corner, pieing a corner, where you should shoot into the room, if you should shoot into the room, whatever. And I don't mean shoot, I mean enter the room or whatever. But then if you take it and you just leave it at that, you're not completing the circuit for yourself or your brain. Then you need to take that home and then work through your house. Like in my house particular, I know that in the middle of the night, like we did this, we turned on a loud music, lights flashing in the house. I would go somewhere, my wife would come and pie corners and I would be a target, you know what I mean? And she would have to work through that problem and solve it. In doing that, I learned that when you come out of our room, if our kitchen light is on, I can see and cover the entire kitchen through a picture that's on the wall. I can see a reflection in the picture and I can clear that whole room pretty much from the hallway. I wouldn't know that if I didn't do that in my own home where these things are probably going to take place.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you take a class like the Rapier class, Bill Rapier, where you're getting carjacked, right? And you don't do that in your own vehicle and practice that in your own vehicle, then you're not completing the circuit. So,
the ergonomics are different. And
just today, I was practicing on the heavy bag, shooting in with like he teaches with an elbow and then indexing your pistol, close because you're in close. You can't draw and extend on somebody where you're fist fighting and then, shooting at the pelvis and backing up and working your way up to the head, hopefully. You have to practice those things. You can't watch a video online and say, I got it, because you haven't worked that memory.
Well, you'll watch in Rapier's class, you'll watch the guys that are in his class do it and they mess it up. You know what I mean? He's like, well, wait a minute, where's your knee at? Your knee needs to be on his belly because you're trying to subdue him. You know what I mean? Like,
well, it's going to go different every single time. And hopefully that's how you're training. In our background in the fire service, we know that. Yep. Nothing. We train, and when we get out in the real world, it goes different. But as long as you have the fundamentals down, you can solve a lot of these problems that arise in a real situation because you have those fundamentals down, that muscle memory built, so you can adapt to a situation. And it's no different with weapons training. So yeah, I love that. I love that kind of stuff. Practice where you're going to be fighting. The most likely thing is a home invasion. Especially where I live. It happens a lot. I get alerts on my phone, home invasions, in our community all the time. So yeah, and if you haven't trained that in your house and you're trying to do it for the first time when it's real, you may fail and you don't want to fucking fail.
Too late, man.
Yeah, you don't want to fail. I had a situation like that here at the house and I'm not real proud of how that outcome came, and it opened my eyes to,
Well, it kind of goes back to our last show when we were talking about humility.
Yeah.
And and I think even I put that show up on Anchor and iTunes today, and in the notes, I put, when can you be humble, or maybe you're humbled. You know what I mean? Because I was in that last show. I talked about a fire that I made that I fucked everything up, and it stuck with me. But I like to think that it made me better. And like you said, you had an experience like that. It opens your eyes to a lot of things. Thank God no one was hurt or injured in that experience. But you learned from it. Like, holy shit, I need to be fucking better at that. You know what I mean? If anything in the last year, especially if you live in a fucking democratic city, you need to fucking have your head on a swivel, man. And you need to you need to know your laws, and you need to be able to protect yourself and your fucking loved ones. Bottom line, that's it. It ain't political. It's got nothing to do with being fucking political. Look at the fucking statistics. More democratic cities caught on fire last year than fucking any other city. So it's I don't give a shit what your politics are. That's the fucking reality. You want to be blind to it? Be blind to it. I don't give a fuck. You can call your fucking pants down. I don't give a fuck. You should have known. I've lived in this city all my life. Loved it. Me and my wife, we like to travel. We always said when we came back to Louisville, man, Louisville's a good fucking place to be. Well, it ain't no more. It ain't no more.
No.
And I don't know if it comes back. Maybe it does. I hope it does for the people that fucking still live here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the numbers. I'm not sure what the numbers are. What were they last year? We had like 170 murders. By gun
record
last year. Yeah, the highest ever, and we're already on track to kill that record.
We're way ahead
in there, but to beat that record this year. I mean, it's daily. There are 3-4 shootings a day. In this community.
And people would say, well, it ain't all downtown. Not saying it is. The South End had more carjackings in the last 3 months than any other city in America.
Yeah. And that's part of what we're talking about here with EDC is being useful. And like we just mentioned, we know our communities, there surely to God in the community that you all live in, there are crime alerts that you can sign up for on your phone, just like there is in this city, where I get an alert daily of the crimes that were committed in my community, be it home invasions or carjackings. So it gives you a reality of what's going on out there, and so you're not living in this protected fallacy of a life that you've created for yourself, because danger is out there. And like Travis said, these people are predators. These people that are coming after you, they're predators. And what do predators do? They wait for an opportunity to attack when you're least expecting it. When I'm bent down tying my kid's shoe, or when you're in the drive-through of the ATM, and your passenger door is unlocked, and they come in. And this shit is all reality. It's all, so not putting your car in park at an ATM and keeping your, ready to get on the gas and keeping your door locked, that's prevention. Like that's worth its salt, in all of this. You never have to use your gun then,
If a guy comes up to you, if a guy gets a drop on you, I guarantee you probably should. He ain't a fucking ninja. He wasn't SEAL Team 6.
I don't know, man.
Fucking seen him coming.
I don't know, man. These people, this is how these people live. And I don't think it would be hard for a criminal to get the drop on me. And I feel like I'm pretty versed in stressful situations just with the career we have. I feel like I can kind of handle myself. Be it using a gun in a stressful situation is a little bit different than pulling up on a house on fire where you're having, but the system in your body is the same. So managing that system, I feel like policemen and firemen and ex-military, we have a greater,
I see what you're saying, but where we excelled at was when the adrenaline was already high. When you're at the ATM or you're in a drive-through, you've got no adrenaline. You're not looking for threats unless you're training yourself to look for fucking threats. And that's what I mean by people always being on their fucking cell phones, not being aware of their surroundings. And these people, these predators that you're talking about, they ain't trained. They're not using shadows. They're walking up on you with their fucking mask on, sticking their fucking gun that's probably already stovepiped in your face. And they had no training. So this is how I feel about it. You should have seen it coming. Now, I ain't saying nobody can get the drop on me, and I ain't saying that.
Well,
what I'm saying is, as long as I'm being vigilant, then nobody should be able to get the fucking drop on me.
Well, okay. Okay, well, put it in the context of if I'm in the military and I'm in Fallujah in 2009, then of course I'm going to be vigilant everywhere I go.
Exactly.
You know, I put myself in 21 or whatever year is it? In a drive-through, you know, where my kid just spilt his drink, you know, and the other one's hitting another one, and I'm yelling at them, and my phone's ringing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get overwhelmed. I'm not vigilant. I'm not hyper vigilant all of the time. That's why the Colonel Grossman thing, he lays it out in colors, how you should have to, like yellow, I believe, is the one where you're not like over vigilant, but you're just aware of your surroundings. Mm-hmm. But when you have kids and you have life and all of that stuff, you know, these people, I believe, will get the drop on you. I believe that they would get the drop on you. They would get the drop on me. That's how they live their life. And yeah, they're not trained. They're pretty much cowards. And if you fight back, they're probably going to flee. If you're trained, you will probably be able to beat them, you know, but at what cost, you know? Right. I mean, so yeah, if you can be vigilant and when you're pulling up to an ATM, shut everything else out, not put your car in park and pay attention, then yeah, sure. There are certain situations that you should be more vigilant, but I'm saying that a predator, that's his entire life is to prey on people. He's good at that. Way better than I am at being vigilant.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't know, man. I mean,
I think that's
let the comments. What do you all think?
That's the reason
nobody's even out there anymore.
That's the reason they're predators, because they haven't run up against somebody that is looking for them. That's the reason.
And I don't think that me or you is going to be a target.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think they're going to look at me or you and go, that's an easy. They're looking for easy targets. They're looking for the mom that's distracted in, you know, like I keep saying the ATM, but in the ATM line, you know, and he's going to get the drop on her. You know, I mean, what's that?
You're in a vulnerable position in the ATM line. Like, you're sitting there. I mean, you're kind of looking one way. I mean, you've got a lot of your vision cut off. Yeah. Hopefully you have your doors locked and your windows up, but maybe you don't. I mean, that's a very vulnerable.
And that's why, you know, not putting your car in park, you know, big thing, so that you're able to flee and get out of that situation.
You'd be doing subconsciously. Like when I say hypervigilant means you can't yell at your kid that's smacking the other one in the back of the head. You can't react when they spill something. But if you're doing things subconsciously, because you're training yourself, when you're by yourself at the ATM, when you roll up and you look to the right, where their car's at, nobody. Did I see somebody walking over there? No, I didn't. You know what I mean? Is anybody behind me? No, my car's in drive. It's cool. That window's up. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these things can happen subconsciously, not being hyper vigilant. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's just training. That's just training.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that's by yourself and you train.
I've been in a car where that's taken place. You know, I mean, when I was a kid, I mean, I didn't grow up, you know, in the best of conditions. So, I mean, I've visualized people shooting other people and stabbing other people out of violence, and I see how it unfolds. You know, I mean, I kind of grew up in that, like that way. You know, I mean, it's just the reality. I mean, you know, dog fighting and all that shit was a reality of, you know, my childhood, the way that I grew up, right or wrong. I've seen it. So I know that I think that predators that are out there, they're going to get the drop on anybody that they want, you know, but I don't think that me or you is going to be a target. We're not going to be a target.
Jason,
what?
I have to ask why anyone is using the ATM anymore.
I was actually thinking that when I said ATM for like the third time, I'm like, do people even go to the fucking ATM anymore? I know when Kroger started charging you to get money out, I was damn near close to going back, but it's still cheaper.
I don't ever carry cash, so
yeah, I don't. Well, you saw my wallet. I don't carry cash, but anyway, I don't know. I mean,
it was funny, but yeah, but again. I still think it's a great example because you're extremely vulnerable in that position.
Yeah. You're focused. You're
McDonald's getting your fucking kids Happy Meals.
Yeah.
Again, very vulnerable position. It's the same concept. You're focused over here and you're not paying attention. My thing is, I want people to train. I want people to be harder to kill. I want people to love their loved ones. That's all. That's all I want. Just a little bit you can do during the day. When you go to get fuel, stay off your fucking phone. You know what I mean? Keep your phone in your fucking car for 5 seconds. It's fine. Send your text before you get out, and then fucking get your fuel. And be vigilant. Just be vigilant. Head on a swivel or whatever. And if you're going to a bad part of town, like I said, when I'm driving downtown Louisville, I know I'm going to be downtown Louisville like I was today. My rifle goes with me too, because I don't know when shit's going to pop off. I don't know when they're going to decide to stage a march and have motherfuckers bouncing on top of my fucking car because they think they own it. So, it's just shit like that. That's all I want. I want people to be safe. I want people to, and look, man, so I don't give a shit if you're fucking black, white, think you're a woman, think you're a guy in a man or a woman's body, whatever the fuck you are. We all want the same things. We all want happiness and safety. Okay? All you motherfuckers hollering defund the police and all that shit, you still want safety. I know you do, because when someone gets shot beside you, you're calling 911 and the fucking cops while you're wearing your defund the police shirt. You want safety. You may not like how it's provided to you, but that's still what you want. Okay? So what I'm saying is everyone should be responsible for their own safety and protection to a certain extent. Okay? I ain't saying you need to walk in the fucking Kroger with an AR-15 strapped to your back. I'm not saying that.
No.
Okay? What I'm saying is be prepared, be vigilant, be fucking alpha.
Yeah, be useful.
Be a value add. Be a value add. If you're not a value add, what are you? You know what I mean? So, and you may not be one yet. Okay? But you can be. You can be. That's the reason we had this show. That's the reason we talk about this shit. Okay? You may not carry a fucking bag. You may not carry a fucking spare magazine. You may not carry a knife, but you might after today. You might not. That's cool too. Do you, man? It's a fucking free country. I ain't telling you to wear a mask. I ain't telling you not to wear a mask. All right? I ain't telling you to carry a knife. I ain't telling you to get your carry and conceal. I'm saying there's the options for you. Okay? And God forbid something happened to you in your life to where you wish you had done this. I'm not afraid of much. And that's not a brag, a humble brag. That's like kind of stupid, because I should be afraid of a lot more shit than I am. That's one of my biggest fears, is that someone gets hurt and I could have helped, God forbid, my family, anybody that I'm around, that I could have helped and I didn't, and I couldn't. I was unable to, because I was unprepared. I was untrained. Okay? So again, big part of this alpha persona shit that Josh and I talk about is you need to be able, this comes from the fucking animal kingdom too, right? You need to be able to protect your pack. Maybe my pack's my neighbor. Okay. Maybe my pack is I'm with Shannon at Waterfront Wednesdays downtown watching a concert with her and 10 of her girlfriends.
Yeah. Well, okay. I think a greater goal is my greater goal would be not to protect you, but to join forces with you to end something that's happening. To be able to look around and say, all of these people are against the evil things in this world that are out to hurt other people. And I don't have to bother myself with protecting you, because I know you, hopefully you, whoever's watching or whatever, can protect themselves, and we can join forces and end these things when they happen. You know, when somebody walks into a restaurant and starts shooting people.
Good men do nothing.
What's that?
Evil exists because good men do nothing.
Yeah.
So if people, good people bound together, it's just like the thing that happened in Louisville not too long ago where, and hey, I'm not, this is not political. This is the facts. You can fucking Google it. BLM staged a protest in front of the Kentucky International Convention Center during a cheerleading competition. Okay, they were yelling at fucking little girls, white privilege shit. Oh, you only get to dress in pretty makeup and do this because you're white and you're privileged. Yelling at kids. Now, full transparency here. A leader of BLM came out the next day, a little late, but he still came out the next day and admonished that behavior. Like said, this is not what we're about. This is not what we should have done. And I commend him for that, because there needs to be police on the left and the right when people go too fucking far. That group went too fucking far. Okay. So, but again, the damage is already fucking done. But I can't believe I don't have kids. If I'd have went down there to see my niece cheerlead and I seen somebody yelling at kids and single mothers taking their kids to this competition, I couldn't have fucking stood by. Maybe I go to jail. Maybe I fucking do. I'm actually at this point in my life, in my career, I'm good with that.
Well, that was part of the problem with that. You know, one of our buddies, which I'll tell you after the show, his kid was in that.
I know who you're talking about.
Okay. And the parents were not allowed to walk with them. So there were no parents present. Probably thank God, because there probably would have been some violence that would have happened.
Now, see, the reports that I seen was from a mother that took her daughter who was competing and 3 of her friends. And it was basically her eyewitness account of going into that building. And then by the time they got in that building, all 4 of her kids were fucking in tears and a mess.
Yeah.
So I don't know how the situation was. It doesn't make any difference, but that makes sense that you say that, because I'm sitting there going, there wasn't a redneck from Oldham County that had a kid that fucking thought, you motherfucker, you ain't talking to my kid like that.
Yeah. Well, it even went further than just some verbal stuff. I mean, they were exposing themselves to those kids and everything else, but
and they had weapons. There were guns and AR-15s.
Yeah. I don't
which, again, here in Kentucky, it's legal to brandish those weapons, even in public like that. I don't know why LMPD wasn't allowed to go in and say, hey, you can't be on this property by doing that, because they could have done that, because it is city owned. They could have done that. They didn't, because our mayor's a fucking bitch, but whatever. That's the reason things like this go on, is because it's allowed. And I think that's what Josh and I are talking about. Like, good people need to come together. I want everybody to have their happiness and safety. I don't ever want a group of people to be admonished for being white or black. That's not right. That's not fair. That's not justice. Okay. So again, I think this is going to be another show, and we're at 2 hours on a fucking EDC show. But this is important to Josh and I, that people be able to protect themselves. And, you're going to have a group of people that think that we're being extremists by thinking that. And I think that's the problem. Anybody that knows Josh and I knows that we are not extremists. If anything, we could be categorized as realists. And that's the reason we have taken to this and think it's important for everyone to do.
Yeah. So we closing?
What?
We closing?
Yeah.
All right.
I think I closed. So
okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I would close with just we're talking about EDC, so we're talking about carrying tools, right? EDC is about objects that we're carrying in our pockets, in our cars, in our backpacks, or whatever. And what comes with tools? Skill, right? So if you're going to carry the tool, have the skill. Be responsible, which is part of being an alpha or masculine or just being human. Be responsible for the things that you carry, and learn about those and their uses, and, figure out what you need. Like in our community, I feel like I need to carry a rifle close. If you live in Boca Raton, Florida,
I live in Hawaii.
Yeah, shit is like crackheads in Hawaii.
A I'll stab them. I'm not carrying a rifle in Hawaii.
Anyway, know your surroundings, be aware, know what's going on in your community. You don't have to obsess over these things,
Right.
but you just need to make a general decision on what level you're going to take it to protect the people that you love. Look around you. If you have a family, you have a dog, you have whatever that you love, and then you say, what capabilities do I need to protect these things that I love? Because that's part of being a human, part of being a responsible human is protecting the things that we love. You should be driven to that. The first inclination shouldn't be to pull out your phone and videotape some type of massacre taking place. If I never see another video of that on YouTube, I would be proud. I know I'm going to see another one. I would rather that person leave their phone in their pocket and draw their weapon from appendix and end that problem, and hopefully just catch it on a surveillance video. I still kind of want to see it because I want to learn from it. But yeah, so we're talking about objects. We're talking about tools, have the skills, involved in these tools that you're carrying. I mean, that would be all that I would say, as far as a closing.
Yeah. Be proficient, guys. Be alpha, right? Be a protector. Being a man, it's important. None of us would be here. I love women. Josh loves women. I mean, most guys do. And would none of us be here without the protectors? Again, we want safety. We want happiness. Where does happiness come from? It comes from being safe. You can't have happiness without safety. So remember that, okay? And be responsible for some of your own and some of your loved ones as well. Okay, guys. Hopefully next week, Wednesday.
No, I don't know. Look.
So while he's looking, guys, if you can go to iTunes, Anchor, have a 5-star review. We've already got some, so thank you very much for that. YouTube, if you want to leave comments, Twitch, you want to leave comments. All that stuff helps us, guys. All of it helps us get out into the show. Hey, Mike, what's up, brother? Okay, great, man. Watch from YouTube tonight. Whole lot better than my phone. Great show. Okay, great. Hey, man, thank you so much. Guys, the chat, thank you all for joining in. This was an important show for Josh and I hope you enjoyed it. Check out Anchor and iTunes for all the audio replays, Twitch, YouTube, all Facebook. They're all the live stream replays are on there. And give us your feedback. Let us know what you would like us to talk about next. And we've already had some people give us some ideas for shows, and we need that. So we want to talk about the stuff that you want to talk about. We want to build this community, okay? The Alpha Nation, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But yeah, so thank you so much. Wednesday at 7:00. Don't know what the topic will be, but I'm sure it'll be something interesting. All right, guys. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, guys. Love you guys. Appreciate it.